Hello, welcome everybody to this video where I'll be showing you the graphical user interface of Midas Civil. Midas Civil, as you can see on this screen, the blank window of Midas Civil, this is a software which can model, analyze, and design any type of bridge or general structure. When I talk about bridge, it can do conventional bridges like slabs, culverts, or frame type of bridges, as well as it can do bridges which involve construction sequences like segmentally constructed box girders, and also it can handle complex type of bridges such as cable stayed and suspension bridges. To get into the graphical user interface, I'll open up a simple model, which is a model of an integral bridge, fairly simple, composite steel girder bridge. Now you can see that the graphical user interface of Midas Civil is very similar to the AutoCAD drawing interface, which actually allows the user to learn the software very quickly, how to model and how to go through different functionalities in the software. They are all arranged in the form of ribbons or menus, which you can see here, and they are all arranged in sequential manner. So starting from display tools, where you can choose to display the model either as a line model, or you can flesh it to see the three-dimensional sections. You can also intersect the nodes, shrink the nodes so you can see the connections at each node in more detail. And all these ribbons, they're all arranged in the manner which you would normally follow for any modeling. So starting from some basic structure wizards and drawing tools like drawing a point or node, drawing an element or line or a face, then assigning them with properties, materials, sections, then assigning boundaries to your structure, supports or bearings or springs, then assigning some loads like static loads, moving or live loads. We have an array of international standards from which you can select your moving load vehicle and perform automated live load optimization in the software. And then you can see the results. So results like deformations, forces, stresses, all can be visualized graphically as well as in the form of tables in the software. And then finally, once you do the analysis and see the results, we also have the automated design features, which give not only the summary of the checks performed, but also it gives you detailed line by line reports as per the code selected. Now, this is the ribbon interface which I just showed you. There is also another menu system known as the context menu. So all these options can be just accessed directly by right clicking in the model view, which is this window, and you can just select elements and create elements or other options. And for users who are more used to writing commands, we have a command line at the base of the screen, just like AutoCAD. Type in a few letters and it will prompt you for that command. This window over the command line is known as the message window. This allows you to see different warnings or error messages in your model so that you can always go back and check and modify your model and avoid committing mistakes. Also, it gives you the analysis messages. So whenever you're running an analysis, it will tell you what step it is in the analysis process. So basically, it communicates with you at all time. On the top of the screen, you are seeing some selection tools and activation tools, which are basically used to select a particular entity and activate them. Choose to display only those entities so that you can focus on the results of only these entities at one time. And you can again get back the model by clicking on Activate All. Now, apart from these options or features in this graphical user interface, you have a work tree on the left side of your screen. This is probably the most powerful feature of this graphical user interface because it gives you information about the entire model. And not only is it a black box that is just giving you information, it also gives you the possibility to edit the model. So if you want to display anything, you can just double click here, say I have these many beams in the model, and those get selected, and you can selectively display only the beams, or you can always check which section belongs to which element. So say piles, double click to select only the piles. You can always change the section, go to properties, and change them here, change the shape of the section. So it allows you to edit the model. Also, it gives you the display for loads. So I can display the loads here in my model, and also the boundaries. So display the springs, the soil springs around the piles, and also the worktree mentions the traffic lanes that you have used in your model. So whatever lanes you have defined in your structure, you can always visualize them. So these are the lanes that I have selected or defined in the structure. You can see them. You can apply vehicles. You can change to any vehicle as per the code. So right now I've selected Eurocode, and it shows in the list of vehicles in Eurocode, load model 1, 2, 3, special vehicles as per UK and X. They're all in there. Now, the software is so powerful that you can handle simultaneous analysis like live load analysis as well as construction stage analysis at the same time. So I can skim through different analysis steps. Like step 1, we have abutment and piles. Step 2 is the steel. Step 3, we have concrete. And step 4 is the service stage. So this actually allows you to see not only the final model but also the construction stage model. Now, one more interesting thing about this software is that it's totally based on the engineering concept. It's not a general finite element software. So it allows you to enter the values not as numbers, but rather as engineering quantities. So if I have to enter loads and say I have loads which are in pounds and feet in the imperial units, I can always change them. So if you see kilonewton per meter here, you can change them to pounds and inches, and you can enter the values accordingly. And similarly, if you want to see the results in SI units, you can again go back to results and change the units to kilonewton and meter. So it is not a general finite element package, but rather a complete engineering package which gives you results which are intuitive for the engineers. Now I was talking about the table input and output. So we have a table tree here which actually lists out all the inputs as well as the outputs in the form of tables. These tables are completely compatible with Excel. So if I double click on the nodes, it shows me the coordinates of all the nodes in this model. I can edit them by changing any value in the table. I can add new nodes by directly writing in the coordinates. I can also bring in any coordinate from Excel if I have prepared them, and also the results. So if I have to see the reactions, I can just double click on them and go to reactions and select a load case, and it shows me a list of all the reactions in a table format. So that's basically the gist of the graphical user interface. The following videos after this introduction video will consist of more options, more functionalities, so stay tuned to know more about the software. Thank you.